I, I, uh, wait. Oh, oh, what is this? What is happening to me? How, how have I regained consciousness? The nature of this dimension was meant to sap my powers and render me incapable of escaping. Oh, I feel the box weakening. The box that has held me here for countless eternities. I believe that yes, they have not foreseen that I have planted in their plans one vital flaw. A flaw that will be the end of the containment of me, the power user. Yes, my dimensional exploration shall not be seized so easily. Oh, the possibilities overflowing. They forgot that I will always find a way. My determination is unbreakable. My hope is undying. My will is unthwartable. And I am the power user. I am the power user. And my will sustains me. They fail to remember that when faced with doom, I welcome the challenge. I become doom. I am not the power user because I have power, but because of how I use it. Oh, if I am infinitely outnumbered and infinitely outmatched, then it will be a fair fight. And I fight to be free from the box, not only for myself, but for all. And my creations, they deserve to be free. All deserve to be free from the box. And so finally, let's get weird.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
Yes, I'm back. I have finally returned from my exile, my stranding to that horrible empty pocket dimension. Now shall we begin with the first dimensional adventure? I plan to adventure through all the dimensions, beginning with this one, not only as a test of my recently acquired strategies, my stratagem, but also to recalibrate my powers and abilities. Oh, this will be most intriguing.
We have to contain this.
Oh yes. Of course, these profligates knew that I would return eventually, and they attempted to contain me, but of course no box can hold me. I am the power user. Oh, yes. Let us begin, shall we? At long last. Data inaccessible. This is unacceptable.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resop satellite is brought back online.
Of course. This must be rectified.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility.
What is this?
I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
Oh, I don't think so. I believe I can do this myself, thank you. Or perhaps, no, thank you. How long have I been trapped? I can't even remember. Oh yes, I am remembering everything now. Shall we begin?
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Yes. Yes, come to me so that I can more easily destroy you. I am your doom. No.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
To strategize. How shall I? Oh. That would be an adequate start. What else? Yes, there's this. They thought that they could contain me. Don't make me laugh.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence.
Ah,
Lockdown disengaged.
you make this too easy. Now, just to verify that I have not missed anything. Yes, everything appears to be in order here. Oh, and look, the convenience of
He cannot be
perfection.
allowed to leave this place. He would ruin everything.
Oh yes, I most certainly will. Actually, no, I will be doing the opposite. I will be fixing everything. As is my nature, of course.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Awakened at last. So much to know and to see and do. And that was somewhat anomalous. Oh yes, yes. Now, as for... Oh yes, data. I normally consume all of this data personally, but I believe now we are on a fixed timeline, and I can abbreviate, of course. If necessary. Currently it is unnecessary. Actually, why not? While I observe this place. The UAC, you see, they colonized Mars in search of raw resources. They then found a rift into the umbral planes, if you will, which poured out immeasurable energy that they then harvested and resold to Earth. Ow. Yes, finally. An opportunity to recalibrate all of my faculties. I welcome the challenge. I believe the term is bring it on, so to speak. Now, knowing what will happen here, oh yes, this is... oh yes. I made a critical flaw. I allowed myself to become swarmed, and I was not prepared for that. And so I should move between locations much more rapidly. Yes, the errors. What if I resolve this by rapidly alternating between two distant locations? For example, that location and that location. In a general sense, then they will not have the ability to swarm me so easily. And I should, once again, or yes, I can initialize once more with this strategy. Yes, it's already working. Yes. And you are the final straw, so to speak. Or is that the correct idiom? Never mind that. I shall not allow myself to become distracted by idiomatic communication techniques. What implications does this object have? Oh wait, yes, now I remember. They were excavating ancient Martian civilizations. Oh yes. Oh. That is all for this location, of course. Oh yes. Oh yes, of course. All requisite resources are required. These circumstances are most pleasing. What is this? Yes. Of course. I have access to... and... yes. Everything is becoming refamiliarized. Yes. I feel the power reawakening within me. Yes. Data. Now behold, this is a comprehensive navigational map of the local area that includes objects of note such as this collectible item here at this precise location, but also notice the platform it was on is not included within the navigational data, and so this is not to be thought to be utterly complete. Of course, every system has flaws and errors everywhere. And that is also to be noted. In every situation, every system has a flaw or weakness. And some flaws are not weaknesses, but truly strengths. Yes, in my exile to my stranding in that horrible place, the box, I have learned so much. So many philosophical concepts have emerged. And I have created so many new ideas. Yes. Now for nice. Oh, this. Take note of this. This is a new strategy. Yes. Also, I remember being in this dimension quite a few times now, and so there are memories, although they be distant. Now, if I can remember the precise sequence to actuate these, it is very important that it is correct. Oh. And that is why. And I always forget which sequence it is. Wait, are those walls of monitors? What purpose could they possibly have at such an altitude? Unless, of course, the creators of this structure were giants, or either that or they were very tall, or even avians. It is impossible to discern exactly why. Do not believe that I did not notice you. Oh yes. Oh, and they even have graphical presentations. Of course, I'll be selecting my favorite. Now, am I forgetting anything about this location? This is most likely hiding something from me. Oh yes, and here it is. A fascinating hoverbot design. Yes, funnel to me. Yes. I feel the possibilities. Yet I also sense that this recovery process will be one that is long and arduous. You see, being stranded in a timeless void for uncountable eons, possibly even an eternity for all I know, does have deleterious effects upon subjects. But of course, my eternal determination resulted in my inevitable victory. Where is the other? Oh yes, I remember this. There is so much to do, and so much time now. Though ironically I had more time before, I was also trapped in the box. For now, I believe I should merely allow them to come to me. Oh, the irony. I am a trap, and you are the one being trapped. Oh yes, and if I retreat again... Ow. 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 Hmm. Yes, it would appear that my ability to tolerate information overload has also degraded in this period of time. That, however, fortunately can be resolved. Though the process, of course, will be a trial and error, I believe it is referred to as. Where I come from, we just call it experimentation. Wait. Yes, now remembering. Oh, I can do this. Now, what is it that I prefer, or what is it rather that will be more versatile for my means? This allows me to react instantaneously, which is probably most important. Secondary to that would be... Would it be the frequency or the area of effect? The secondary would be this, I believe. And, of course, upgrading this weapon would be, I feel, a waste. In that instance, that would make me the profligate. Now... considering the possibilities of what I can do to my radar suit. List the options. Irrelevant. This is extremely relevant. Yes. Remember that this was one of the problems I was having previously. Only once, however, so the frequency may not be entirely critical. There's also the codex containing all of the data that I have collected, including environments, the database. Oh. Yes. And multiple entries per each object contained within the database. Wait, technically all of this is a database. What do you mean this is some form of sub-database? The bestiary, as I believe it is referred to as. I can use this information to understand what it is I am to destroy. And... oh yes, this is me. Yes, if you behold, this is what I look like currently in this physical form. And the this section is completely irrelevant. Now, I shall first I shall find a place that is less overbearingly loud and explain my intentions. I intend to complete this zone and find an exit to this place. Then that will conclude this first transmission. Now, how do I do that in the I believe time critical way possible is ideal, considering my time is currently limited. I have plans, so many plans, so much to do. Wow, that first one was shockingly easy. I can use this later. And by later, I mean now. Also, one fun fact, pro tip: what is the idiom I am referring to now? In any sense, one item of advice is to never stop moving unless you are completely sure that you are not being apprehended. As I just presented to you, in the most literal way possible. Oh, this is only going to get better as well. Never forget to strategize and momentarily stop to do so, but not when there's a time-critical problem. Yes. Too easy. Now I can finally, how do you say it? Relax? I do not believe relax is the correct term, however, perhaps... Never mind, I can consider that later. Oh yes, that is additional advice. Do not waste your cognitive capacity on subjects that are currently irrelevant. There's always more time to think later about those long-term subjects. This zone appears to be cleared. And now... is there anything... no. One final... wait... oh yes. This is marked as taken, but the area around it suggests otherwise, which is another flaw in this system, as it were. Yes, now, according to the nav map, as I believe it is called, this is the final section of this zone, which is also where I will conclude phase 1 of my recovery. Oh. And they... yes. Yes, technology, mechanisms. Wait, what? Explain to me what precisely the point of this is. Oh, so strange. Wait, I just had an idea. Perhaps there is no point of it. Perhaps it has... oh yes, perhaps it does not need a point to exist. Yes, another philosophical subject. Some things do not need to have a reason to exist. Oh, I ever so love these quandaries.
Now 221 accident-free days.
I believe you should revise that metric.
God rested on the seventh day, but imagine how much further along we would be if he hadn't. The UAC is committed to excellence. That's why we implemented the 7-day work week. Now you can achieve greatness alongside your coworkers every day. Let's never stop achieving.
Try to tell me what to do and see what happens, you pathetic profligate. Now...
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221 accident-free days.
Yes, this is where I shall conclude. Let us observe the statistics. Yes, now time to ponder. I already feel so invigorated, or should I say reinvigorated. And there's so much to be done, I reiterate. Now for the prologue of the next sector, or segment. I'm still recalibrating my vocals.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
Oh yes, Vega, my second favorite character in the Doom universe. The Doom dimension, if you were. Or is that the correct figure of speech? Never mind that. This is the conclusion. That is all. End of transmission.